we are going to get cruising here because we got things to talk about. One thing that I want you guys to know, if you do not already know, is that you can win free things if you share my YouTube videos and if you're subscribed. So all you have to do is subscribe to YouTube, comment on YouTube videos, and share YouTube videos into social media and just tag me in it so I know that you did that. It's really the whole point there. One person every week is going to win something from my swag shop. If you're like, oh my gosh, what's that? Go to withmartha.com, up at the top, click on shop, and you will see what that is. So there's that, okay, you guys? Now we're going to go ahead and move into today's content. I see you guys in the live chat. I am going to pop back around at the end of my talk, and I'm going to put some of you guys up on screen, and we're going to see what you all are talking about, okay? I'm going to address not the elephant, because then it would be calling myself an elephant, but I'm going to address this little circle over here. I have people saved in my phone, and I text you guys different random stuff. Sometimes it's totally random, right? It's just like you're like an extension of my family, and sometimes I get weird, and sometimes I just share stuff. And yesterday I actually shared an event that I was doing that wasn't shared anywhere else, right? That was the only place that you could go to it. So make sure that you're on my text list. All you have to do is text this phone number. You can send whatever word you want to. Just keep it cool. You know what I'm saying? But just text that phone number. It'll give you some instructions so it saves to my phone, and you will be on my list, and we will be good to go. So good morning, you guys. Again, I see you there. We're going to go through content, and I'm going to circle back around. So today what we're talking about is why sacrificing family time will never lead to success. Why sacrificing family time will never lead to success, okay? How many people, and this is where like I want you to talk to me here, so in the comment section, please share. How many people have tried to work side hustles or straight up businesses and realized maybe quickly, maybe not, that you were actually completely missing out on your family because you were hustling. Oh, I hate that word. Hate that word. Hate that concept. Hate everything about it. But you were hustling so much that, like, you know, you look at your kids one day and then the next time you look at them, they're like taller, you know, where you have these momentary, like, it's almost like God just shakes you a little bit and is like, hey, wake up, you're missing it, right? You're missing it. We only have so much time with our kids at these different windows in their life. I'm not going to cry. We can't miss it because of a side hustle that doesn't even succeed. That's failing twice. I don't mean to get like this real with you on a Friday, but I do mean to get this real with you on a Friday. I want you to go into your weekend thinking about this stuff. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And what you say to yourself, and I know it because I said it to myself, what you say to yourself is, I'm working really hard right now, so later on, right, they'll be able to have a better life. I'm working my fingers to the bone right now, so later on, they're going to be set. So what you're doing is, and especially as moms, you guys, we do everything for our family. And so what we're doing is we're thinking we're setting up our family for success. And man, I'm going to work so hard, and I'm going to hustle, and I'm going to grind, and I'm going to really get this stuff done so they can be better later. But here's the thing, you guys, they won't be better later because you're not going to succeed and you missed all of it. The reason it upsets me, you guys, is because there are so many people stuck in that, and it breaks my heart. It's precisely what our world doesn't need. What our world needs are kids that are nurtured, kids that have access to mom and dad, kids that feel secure, kids that feel loved, kids that feel seen, and kids that feel heard. And we don't provide that, you guys, when we're stuck in a hustle. And God bless it, because the hustle you think is so later on they're going to be better, but what you can't see that I can, because I've been there, is it doesn't get better. I'll tell you your future right now. If you're hustling, you will burn out. You may lose your family. Your family, what it looked like at the beginning of your hustle and what it looks like at the end when it's done will probably not be the same at all. If it's even still together. I just have to be honest with you guys. I'm not saying this to fear monger, I'm saying this to truth tell. It's not in your best interest to do that. Okay, guys? So, did I try to call somebody? I think my phone tried to call somebody. Anywho, I have no idea what's going on there. Wonder who I tried to call. I have no idea. So, what I want you guys to understand here is that if we're sacrificing our family time, not only is it going to be stressful, like Megan Larson is very open. Here I go talking about Megan again and not telling her I'm going to talk about her. Sorry, girl. Sorry. Megan, you got to get used to it at some point. I tell everybody's stories, and most of the time I won't tell you I'm going to tell them because I don't even know I'm going to tell them. But her story, you guys, is she was following this hustle regime because, you guys, she had been going to the side hustle kind of conferences and all of that stuff for like 13 years. And so it had been ingrained in her culturally and societally, I guess. It had been ingrained in her that that's what you had to do. And so she was doing what she thought that it took in order to be successful. Okay? And her kids had stopped even asking her to read to them because she always said, no, baby, I can't. I'm doing something. I can't. Every time that they would come up because she was so busy in the hustle. I mean, that's a microcosm of what can happen when our kids don't feel seen and heard. There's a part of them that detaches. And we can't have that just to be able to work this side business and side hustle. It's just not worth it. And so now she's in all of my stuff. She's like, I work with her on some stuff now. Like, she writes a lot of copy for me. Like, we're super close at this point. But she brought her husband home from work. Her kids are asking her to read to them again because life doesn't look the same. She doesn't have the hustle. The hustle isn't there anymore. She chooses. She chooses when she's going to work and when she's not. And am I saying you should never work and you shouldn't have a side gig? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it shouldn't take up all of your time. So in HBR, you guys have probably heard about that before. If you haven't before, it's Home-Based Revolution, where I teach you to grow multiple income streams from home, utilizing stuff that you already know. Okay, so you don't have to have a business. I teach you how to do all of that. Anyway, whenever you do that, after it's all set up, you should only be working 5 to 10 hours a week. It doesn't require, after it's set up, it doesn't require more than 5 to 10 weeks to just get the flywheel going, because it's a system. It all works together. It's a system. And so you don't have to be doing this fingers to the bone hustling. It doesn't have to be like that for you guys. You can still be successful without the hustle. Let me reword that. You'll actually be successful when you don't hustle. Because let me just pose a question to you. What is success worth if you're missing everything? With your kids and with your family, with your relationships, with your faith. If you're missing it, if you get caught up in a week, 2 weeks, month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're just like, everything is just kind of speeding past me, you gotta slow down. Because you know how older people will say, it was like this. And my life is, I'm in my 70s and it was like this. There's truth to that because of the way that we look back on things, the way that our brain looks back on things. There's truth in that. But there's even more truth in it when we literally live in a space where everything is speeding past us. And your kid is a baby, right? Not even talking. You wish the baby would talk. And then all of a sudden the baby is talking and you wish the baby wouldn't talk. And then the baby's going to school. It's got a backpack on, right? And the baby's going into 3rd grade and 4th grade and 5th grade. And then the baby's going into junior high. Your baby's in junior high. And you start to feel a little like, ooh, I feel like that just happened. I feel like that happened really fast. Anytime that you are feeling that within yourself, slow down. Become conscious of your time. Become conscious of where you're spending your time. Here's a hack that I gave on a podcast that I did this week. My hack that I do, you guys, in order to slow all of that down, is I schedule in time with my family on my scheduler. There's a joke in my team that I'm kind of like the anchor man. You know how the anchor man will read anything on the teleprompter in the movie? Will Ferrell will read anything on the teleprompter. They're like, just put it on the teleprompter. He'll read whatever's on it, right? That's me with my calendar. Whatever's on it will happen. If it's on my calendar, it's going to happen. And so what I do is I schedule in family time, and you might be like, that feels a little like disjointed. I don't know, does it? Because that makes it happen. Because if it's not scheduled in, it might accidentally get skipped over. And here's the thing, it will not get skipped over. Not in my life, not in my family, not with my girl, and not with my husband. It will not get skipped over. Your family needs to matter as much as the success of your business. Because if you find success and if you earn success, and you don't have that, who gives a rip? Read some of Steve Jobs' stuff at the end of his life. Read some excerpts of things that he wrote near the end of his life, and you'll see exactly what I mean. He lost his family. And he was one of the most successful people ever, and he has some things to say about it at the end of his life. That's where truth, peeled layers of falsehoods, peeled back truth will come out. I'm going to let you Google that. I want you to see it. I want you to inherently see that. So that is why sacrificing your family time will never, ever lead to success, okay? If you guys aren't in HBR that I was talking about earlier, I'm just going to put this up so you can join if you wanted to. It is going up in price really soon. to 10K. Right now it's $14.97. So make sure if you're going to jump in now so you don't have to pay more later. If you have friends that want to jump in, make sure that you refer them and get all of that done, because friends don't let friends pay more money. Whenever it goes up in price, it goes up. It's just up at that point. So what you would do is you go to my Facebook business page, Livin the Dream with Martha, and you message me the words, let's do this, rainbows and unicorns, whatever you want. I'm going to give you the details of the program. You're in or you're out. Either way is totally fine with me. I'm not going to chase you around the internet. I don't do that. I don't tell you to do that. Okay. My success is not based on being a weirdo. So, and yours won't be either. So that's how you jump into HBR. Now I want to see what you guys are saying here. Corey, I blinked and my kids are 23, 22 today, 18 and 15. It's like a glimpse of time. There it is. There it is. Kristen, I loved hearing you share this. Thank you, Kristen. Mo, it's crazy. I was getting money. Things were going well, but my relationship was failing. We were engaged and etc. So you're speaking facts. I know it, right? Yeah, exactly. Andrea, holy crap. This, I think, probably sang to my soul today. Heck yeah, you guys. Megan, I'm about to have 2 kids who are double digits. Oh my word. We got to slow everybody down, man. We got to slow everybody down. We have this entire world built around moving too fast. It's a bunch of distraction and we're missing it. We're missing our primary purpose here on earth. We're missing our families. We're missing developing in our faith. We're missing the stuff that really matters. For what? To busy up and not remember what we did from day to day? Like, we got to really, but you have to be intentional about it. You have to choose it. You have to choose a life of slowing down. And the first step of that is to develop a belief that you can still be successful while slowed down. That's it. I wanted to let you guys know that this topic today came from Megan Larson. If you guys want to get your own, because my team develops my content for me, my topics of my content for me. If you want my team to help you with your content, then what you would do is you would go up to the link in the description of this video for my business strategist. Go in there. Megan chose today's. So if you really like today's, then go ahead and go with Megan. But that's everybody. Go ahead and choose somebody. They'll help you with a full year of content, which really is an eternity of content because you just keep doing it over and over again. All right? Sound good? Love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.